Hello, this is Kusho with another Kirita tutorial. So today I'll be showing you guys how to make flashback scenes. Open up your manga page and then make sure to apply the filter. And I think there's still grays, yeah. So in order to completely resolve that, one should go into filter, artistic halftone, and intensity. This will convert all the grays that you see into black and white. Now you can't do this from the start since it already has a bunch of grays, so you need to apply two filters. And that's how you remove the grays, which I didn't show last time. So now this is actually pure black and white. Furthermore, since this is a flashback scene given by the storyboard right here, uh, we need to invert it. So just click invert since you're already here. Of course, there is Control I, or in the filter tab, invert too. Uh, Basically, select these areas, clean up any specks of dust with a black brush if you want, or you can keep them for a more hand-drawn look. And then fix up mistakes, touch up, etc. But this is the actual meat. So here, this part here, let's say that this part isn't a flashback, even though it given by the storyboard it is, but she's not actually in the flashback. So we need to revert her to not be in the flashback. So I'll go here, select this entire area, and invert it, Control I. Or you can go into filter tabs and do it the long way, invert, right there, Control I. Next, I'm going to go into layer, I'm going to add a layer, and then and then with this layer, I'll use a gradient brush and go from the black, and I want my gradient to end like here. And it's a straight gradient, and so I just need to cut out the parts where it overlaps with something I don't want to overlap with. So for example, the panel. Alright, and so when you've done that, you can see you have a nice gradient here. However, that gradient is not in screen tone and not pure black and white, so just adjust artistic screen tone, post-processing 100 of course, and then screen tone intensity, since this is black to transparent as given in this gradient here, you can change the gradient. If your gradient is black to white, then use intensity instead. I use alpha. Click OK. And now it transfers from black all the way to white in a nice gradient and isn't prevented by this box. And that's how you do that. And some more things on bubbles, which I should have covered last time. This is for flashback scenes though, so here, and normally scenes have bubbles like these. You can play with tool options, brush, background color, of course. But if you want white on the inside or black on the inside, then you use that. This becomes so your text is dark, and this is generally used for flashback scenes. Like we can see here, her bubble is black and white on the outside with an outline. I don't think that really fits here, but here you can do it here. If you want the black bubble to have an outline, you can probably just copy this, paste it, and then rescale it. Just increase it. place, center it around there, and then yeah, I'm not sure why you would do that. Of course, there's probably a brush, a dual brush that does the same thing. So you can have that brush as an outline instead. So that's black and white. And now I never got to the text on my other tutorial, so I'll show you how to do a better method there. So right now, if you had a text and it was, say, placeholder text, blah, blah, blah. Right here, it goes beyond the page, right there. So, we'll also have some part italic, so. It goes beyond the page, and we don't want that. So, here, let's decrease the spacing. It's too much. As you can see, it goes beyond the page. And so in order to fix that, you format it correctly with the correct font size that you want first. And then you go into SVG source. You do semicolon in the text box, in this whole box. Semicolon. Inline dash size, colon. And then you should, here, you should save this. We'll copy it first, probably. And measure how big you want your box to be. So I want it here. From here to here, this is like 300 pixels, or in points, it is 71.5. In order to get this, you go into tool options. You can do that by, it's a Docker. Here. You can find Dockers and stuff right here. Dockers, and then tool options right here. Yes. Uh, if something I have, if I have something that is not on your is not on your page, it's probably in Dockers. And so 71.5. So we go back to text options, edit text, 71, paste what we had in previously, since that's just harder to work with, the previous one. 71.5, so 72, I'll just say. And yeah, we probably need the text a bit smaller, so we can edit that here. If you're familiar with SVG source, then all the power to you. You can probably edit this far better. But if not, then you are probably better off using a other program like GIMP or something else to place in the text. See, the text is too big here, so we'll just decrease it. But you have to do the SVG source again. So my suggestion is to just copy the inline size every time you do this. Save. And then you move it correctly to the correct place. Ensure it's centered too, in the thing, centered right there, or right here. And then now she's speaking. So as I was saying before, GIMP, this program is a good one. It's free too. You could also use other programs which you can research about, but this is mainly about Kirita. So as you can see, you can do a lot with the text tool. You can do all these stuff. You can look on Kirita docs for further resources, but it's basically all you need to know for manga right now. basically, Kirita's weird. I highly recommend another thing. So yeah. Anyways, that's Kusho heading out.